to Macomb Area Conference Basketball on Channel 6 CPHS. Tonight, we're at Port Huron High School as the Big Reds take on their crosstown rival, the Huskies from Port Huron Northern. This is Randy Fernandez along with Brian Marshall bringing you all the action of tonight's exciting contest. But first, let's turn it over to the voice of the Big Reds, Mr. Al Frost, for the introduction of tonight's starting lineups and the singing of the national anthem tonight by Port Huron High student, Miss Tina Ossie.
The athletic skills displayed today by the participants will serve them for only a few years. The sportsmanship displayed today will provide a lesson for a lifetime. Remember, good sports are winners. At this time, we ask you to stand, and gentlemen, please remove your caps as we pay honor to America and sing the national anthem. Tonight, the anthem will be led by Port Huron High sophomore, Teresa Ossie.
Port Huron Northern, with Port Huron Northern coming away with a hard-fought 72-71 victory. I think Port Huron High is looking for a little revenge tonight on their home court.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about it. You know, you've got the packed house here, ready to see a great game, and you can just tell by the warm-ups the Big Reds are fired up and ready to go. So I think you're exactly right. You're thinking revenge. They've got district tournaments coming up. They want to, you know, each team wants to get any win they can at this point for confidence. So I think it'll be a dandy.
Brian, what do you think some of the keys of the game might be for both teams tonight?
Well, you've got the classic study and contrast. You've got Northern, you know, got 2 or 3 guys over 6'5", 6'6", and you got Port Huron High with great speed and quickness. Both coaches mentioned that before the game, that they'd have to deal with the other team's strengths, and that would probably be the key. You know, George Mosier, the Port Huron High coach, said, stressed to his kids they have to box out on the boards, otherwise it could be a long night. So those are a couple things to look for.
Well, again, we're going to just start our referees for tonight's ball game. Mr. Art Siss, Dennis Banky, and Mr. Malcolm Pennington. Opening tap goes to Sean Barton of the Huskies. Northern sends out Malberg, Barton, Manulo in the middle, Harrison, and Matt Schock with the ball. And we've got a whistle as Schock went up, and the first foul of the ball game is going to go against the Big Reds. 3 officials tonight. Normally don't see that, Brian.
Yeah, it's a different look for this area. A lot of the Detroit Public School, they uses 3 officials every game, but it's up to the league, and a little experiment here tonight.
Well, I think they're going to call them very close, as we saw there. Port Huron High sends out Jeremy Rogan, Damon Wright, Jared Ratchey, Tommy Thomas, and the super sophomore Jeff Berry to start the ball game. And Berry, again, playing in what, only I believe his second game, had 21 coming up from the junior varsity team. So Coach Mosier happy with him as Malberg tries a 3-pointer well short. Rebound Schock. Harrison can't get it to go. Out of bounds underneath the north basket to Northern, and so far Northern dominating the offensive glass.
Yeah, right, and it's already getting a little physical out there, a little jostling for position.
Good give and go between Manulo and Malberg, but fine defense by number 20, co-captain Damon Wright. Easy dish underneath to Malberg. Little lapse on the defensive end by Port Huron High there. Northern with the first basket. They lead 2-0.
See Northern trying to establish inside position right away.
Little different look for Northern. I've never seen him really come out. Almost looked like a half-court trap, but easily broken by the sophomore Berry. Shot won't go. Rebound Ratchey. 3-pointer by Damon Wright. A little bit too strong rebound. Barton wide open is 34 Malberg, who puts it up and in. Malberg with 4, Northern with 4. And that's the one thing, Brian, the first time these two teams tangled, Port Huron High got a lot of easy baskets as they're going to go for the third as Barton's going up strong, hammered from behind by Damon Wright as Barton will shoot 2. But again, a lot of easy baskets on the break in the first ball game, and we've seen 3 baskets here tonight because of that.
Yeah, Port Huron High just not paying attention to fundamentals, leaving nobody back, and Northern's getting easy breaks. You just can't do that. I don't know if it's a little too excited at the start of this game or what, but that's just basic basketball, and they got to pay more attention.
Sean a little bit short on the first. Sean Barton, who you might want to say single-handedly offensive, pulled Northern through that first time these two teams played with a career high 32 points.
Yeah, he's capable of that.
Barton uncharacteristic 0 for 2. Shot had it stripped away by Berry. Berry and Wright, but a nice play by Malberg, but he's going to get whistled for the foul. First on Malberg, first team foul on Northern. And I tell you, with 3 officials tonight, I think we're going to see a lot of whistles. They're calling it very close.
Yeah, they're setting the tone already, and both teams are going to have to adjust to that.
Coach Mosier calling out the signals again. Hardly ever sits down during a ball game. Nice move by Rogan. Shot well short, though. Rebound Barton. Port Huron High only getting 1 opportunity on the offensive end. Nice hands by Berry to strip it away. Good crossover dribble, goes up strong, lays it up and in. Nice move by the sophomore.
Great play by
Jeff
Berry there. He showed his defensive instincts and his offensive instincts on the same play. He can really use his quickness.
Well, what Port Huron High lacks in height, they definitely have in superior quickness here tonight. Manuel almost walked to the ball, no call. Barton turnaround jumper, too strong. Rebound Harrison all over the glass as Northern comes out though to Berry. A little too fancy there as Northern comes away with it. Malberg blocked from behind by number 52, the big man for Port Huron High, Toby Thomas.
Yeah, Malberg was fouled going up for that shot, but didn't get the call there right in front of the ref, but that's the breaks. You just got to play over that.
Well, the one nice thing, Brian, is, you know, you covered a lot of games for the newspaper. I cover a lot for the TV station. but it seems like the only games that we get a full crowd at are the rivalry between High and Northern. It's good to see, and I wish there was a lot more games that we covered, regardless of who was playing, that the gym would be packed.
Yeah, this is the way it should be for all these teams.
Barry.
2 points, Jeff Barry.
Barry, the sophomore, on fire here with 4. He has 4. Malberg 4 for Northern. And I'll tell you, Barry, when he got introduced with his home crowd, was very emotional as a steal by Wright. And Port Huron High, 6 unanswered points. Coach Hatton has seen enough. And a 4-point lead is turned into a 2-point deficit for Northern. As High has used their quickness, with 4:46 to go in the opening quarter, they lead 6-4.
You can see Coach Hatton there complaining about the no foul call on the layup, but I think what he's got to do more than that is get his team take care of the ball on offense. Port Huron High getting easy baskets off the breaks, off steals, and obviously using their quickness. And I'm sure Coach Hatton right now is telling them that's what they've got to do, take care of the ball, and already making a substitution, so you know he's not happy.
Even though Port Huron Northern has a lot of fine players, they've been hurt a little bit about their lack at the guard position, especially at point guard. Basically, they give it to Justin and say, Justin, get it over half court, please. And I think some of these bigger players like Manuel Harrison have to come back, maybe set a pick, free somebody up, because you can see the quickness with Barry and Rogan and Wright, and we haven't even seen D'Angelo Sanderson here tonight. Port Huron High is just too quick for him to bring that ball up front, and we know Port Huron High is going to put full court pressure on the entire ball game. That's their style.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They can come at you in waves. You know, 1 or 2 of them get tired. He's got more on the bench he can bring in, like you said. So they don't. If Northern doesn't make the adjustment now, it could be a real long night because they just don't have that quickness.
Port Huron High players coming in after that timeout, asking their crowd to again keep up the emotional lift that they've got. And that might have been a little makeup there as Wright definitely bumped him, but kind of a ticky-tack foul, but nonetheless a foul. 13 foul on Port Huron High. And unfortunately, that's 2 quick fouls on Damon Wright. He's going to have to sit down. D'Angelo Sanderson will check in for him. Well, they really don't lose much in that switch between Wright and Sanderson. They're both speed burners. Yeah,
you're right. You hate to see a kid go out with 2 fouls this early, though.
Number 52, Phil Brooks, has just checked into the game for Coach Hatton. Barton baseline turnaround jumper, yes. Knotted at 6 with 4:30 to go in the quarter. Sanderson wastes no time. Once he gets in the game, puts it up, won't go, but he follows his own shot.
D'Angelo Sanderson.
That's one thing that's not supposed to happen for Northern, is giving up offensive rebounds with their size advantage tonight.
And if we have any young kids out there listening to this telecast, or watching the telecast, I should say, you're always taught from an early age to follow your shot. Not many of us do it, but Sanderson was Johnny on the spot that led to a basket. Too much quickness for Port Huron High as Rogan with the steal lays it up and in. And 8 of the 10 Port Huron High points have come off steals.
Definite trend that Northern's got to stop, but they haven't shown any inclination to do that.
Now Brooks does a nice job there to set a pick, and just before that Sanderson picks up the foul. But again, as I said, good to see Brooks come in to give Malberg a lane down the side.
Checking in now for the big.
Uh-oh. Oh, and I don't know if anybody can hear us, but we've had.
Maintain your seat.
Plug has been pulled.
The lights have just gone out here at Port Huron High.
This is only a temporary situation.
We're assuming that we're still on, so Brian and I will just chit-chat. Well, I see that we went off.
The only thing on is the scoreboard.
Well, anyway, with that, we'll take a break in the action with 3:39 to go with our score, Port Huron Northern 10, Port Huron High 6. We'll come back after we get the lights on here from Port Huron High School.
That's a first. Is that playing? Mitchell, did you pull the plug?
play resumes, the Huskies will be taking the ball out of bounds. The play resumes, and the lights
aren't all out.
again.
Well, Brian, I don't know where we're at. We'll just keep talking.
Well, some of the lights have come back on. We're not sure if our truck has gotten power back, but we'll keep talking. And again, 3:34 to go in the opening quarter. 10-6 our score. And there we go with our color monitors come back on. Well, I don't know, Brian. I just asked my 4-year-old son if he happened to pull the plug behind us here. He said no. I don't know what happened.
Well, if Northern did, it didn't help. They come right out, and Rogan gets another steal.
Jeremy Rogan, 2 points.
And Rogan from the baseline. And Northern does a better job that time breaking the full court pressure by Port Huron High. In case you're just joining us, Port Huron Northern jumped out to a 4-0 lead on 2 baskets by Justin Melberg, but since then it's all been the Big Reds. They lead 12-6 as Brooks, first shot of the contest, in and out, rebound, Big Reds. Sanderson dish pass underneath. We got a whistle and a travel call. John Scott, sophomore for Port Huron High, is now checked in the lineup for Coach Mosier.
Pretty frantic pace so far both ways. Neither team's had to worry about setting up an offense.
Also 32, sophomore Trevor Weston in for Coach Hanton. So a lot of underclassmen getting a lot of playing time here tonight. Brooks turnaround jumper, yes.
2 points. Number 52, Phil Brooks.
Nice baseline move, little drop step there.
Well, Brooks has been really coming on in practice and basically first man off the bench tonight for Coach Hanton. Foul on Weston, number 32.
That foul was on number 34, Justin Malberg.
Pardon me, it's on Malberg.
Team third.
It's going to be 2 on Malberg, so we've got 2 on Malberg and 2 on Wright, who's on the bench now for Port Huron High School. NBA three-pointer by Rogan won't go. I don't think the offense that Coach Mosier wants.
No, you don't want to just fire it up from the three-point line without even trying to move it inside.
Telegraph pass by Justice, steal by Rogan, goes in strong, lays it up and in.
Okay, he made up for it. Northern just having all kinds of problems handling the ball.
Nice give and go, but Brooks can't finish off the hands, I believe, of Barton, out of bounds to Port Huron High School. Well, no doubt the difference of the ball game so far has been the quickness of Port Huron High.
Northern just kind of been overwhelmed by it so far.
Checking in is number 10, Tony Washington.
Another sophomore brought up from the JV about a week ago, number 10, Tony Washington. I'll tell you, if Tony can give him the quality minutes that Jeff Berry's been giving him, Coach Mosier's going to have some fine young ball players for the next 2-3 years.
Yeah, especially at the guard position.
Scott, nice move in the middle, dish pass. Shot up, won't go by Thomas. Fight for the rebound. Comes away to the sophomore, but his first shot of the game too strong. Nice pass by Weston. Should be a nice block. No, we've got a late whistle. I don't know there, Brian. The referee underneath the basket, who had the best view, he doesn't blow it. The other referee, Pennington, and there's definitely Manuelo was fouled going in for that jam.
But you're right. Usually the guy closest makes the call, but not always. Sometimes you get screened out even though you're close. So main thing is it was the right call, I think, this time.
Fred's first point of the ball game cuts the deficit to 4, 14-9 high with 1:06 remaining in the opening quarter. Good rotation, 2 for 2 from the big 6'7" center.
Northern content just to sit in a zone.
Nice block from behind by Barton as Washington wins strong to the hoop.
The Port Huron High will be patient, move the ball around. There's all kinds of pockets, openings in this zone. They should be able to get open shots almost every time.
Shot too strong by Rogan. Follows his shot though, goes in for the layup, and again,
2 points, Jeremy Rogan.
good technique by Rogan to follow his shot. Unofficially 8 points tonight for Jeremy Rogan.
Putting on quite a show so far here.
Big fadeaway jumper by Barton, and he gets called for a travel call.
When the official blew the whistle, he wasn't sure what he was going to call, a foul or the travel. You could see the hesitation there.
Well, I think Coach Mosier thought he was calling a foul on one of his players. He turned away dejectedly and happily found out that it was a travel call on Sean Barton. Nice give and go. Out of bounds, however, to the Huskies.
Coach Han's got to feel really good that they're only 6 down the way they played.
And Northern big men helping out against the press. Manuelo, shot won't go. Foul underneath. That's a good shot for Fred, though. I mean, he's got the size over Toby Thomas by a couple inches. Shot wouldn't go, though.
Second foul, that's 16 fouls on Big Reds, and number 52, Phil Brooks, will shoot 2.
Washington has 2 now as Brooks steps to the line. Sophomore Jeff Berry checks in for the other sophomore, Tony Washington.
Very impressed with Phil Brooks. Very active, strong. He goes to the boards. Looks like a real nice player.
A little bit too strong on the first. Port Huron High is going to have a chance to get off the last shot with 6 seconds to go. Missed them both. Rebound by Berry. He's going to have to quickly bring it up court. Going to have to almost take it himself. The shot will count by Sanderson. If it goes, yes, count it. And at the end of 8 minutes of action, Port Huron High 18, the Northern Huskies 10. Big shot there just before the buzzer.
Yeah, they timed it perfect. Just barely got it off in time. That's a big one. Anything at the end of a quarter like that, but especially a 3-pointer, puts them up by 8, and Huskies just have to regroup. They're in trouble right now.
Well, you've also got to credit Berry for getting the ball over the timeline there and getting in the hands of the open player Sanderson, and he buried it from just inside the 3-point arc to put Port Huron High up by 8. Well, we'd like to say happy birthday, and it's really not to any single individual, but it's to Channel 6 and station manager Sue Rakowski. Channel 6 on Tuesday will have its 10th anniversary for its existence, and again, whether it's sporting events such as tonight or educational events such as Homework Hotline, Channel 6 is your station to bring it all to you. And as I say that, wishing them happy birthday, our monitor has gone out. Some of the lights have gone out. And I don't know if this will be a continuous thing for the rest of the ball game. Now we've got the monitor back and the lights are back on.
Might be the damp weather outside, who knows, but Mother Nature is working against us here.
Well, I'm sure Athletic Director Ken Semmelsberger is hustling around the building, trying to get the back up. In fact, Ken, just as I said that, Ken just waved up to Brian and I and says, "Who's shutting off the power up here?" So they can't seem to find a problem. But anyway, we'll start second quarter action. Again, Port Huron High up by 8. Turnover by High. And a nice little tip there to Weston. Trevor gets his first basket. Quarter, and Northern's in the bonus for the rest of the quarter.
Port Huron High's got Northern's committed only 3 fouls, so it'll be a while before PH gets into bonus. Well, so far High has done a tremendous job keeping Barton
from getting the ball. Again, 32 points the first time these two played, and John Scott's doing a great job denying him the ball. Air ball by Weston, rebound Rogan, and the crowd's going to get on Trevor for that shot.
Northern still in the zone.
And another turnover by Port Huron High, getting a little sloppy in their own end.
Yeah, neither team's really taking care of the ball. Against a zone like that Northern's playing, PH really shouldn't be making as many turnovers as they are.
You know, I am surprised. This is the most I've seen Port Huron High try to get easy baskets. Normally by this time they've already put up about 10 3-pointers. They've only really put up one here tonight. Weston goes coast to coast. 4 for Trevor.
Northern Huskies.
Somebody forgot to guard him, like 5 guys. Let him walk right in.
Barry from 3-point range, air boy there, rebound Brooks. Quickly up court, wide opens Weston. Blocked from behind by Barry. Trevor's got to take that up a little bit stronger. Scott dish pass out of bounds to Northern. Substitution, Adler, number 22, Brian Adler, is going to check in, but instead we're going to have a timeout with 6:12 to go in the first half with our score. Big Reds 18, Port Huron Northern 14. Well, Brian, this is getting down near the end of the season. The district start in about a week, 10 days for Port Huron High and Port Huron Northern down at Chippewa Valley. You covered a lot of games this year, you know, besides St. Clair County, also in Sanilac County. Right now, who do you think is one of the maybe 1, 2, 3 best teams, regardless of class, going into the district tournaments?
I really like Giveaway Lake City and the Scal. They've got just about everything you'd want. A great big man in Tom Pauly, and they've got some good guards and role players. New Haven's awful tough just because of their speed and relentless attack. You know, they can put up 100 points on you just about any time out. A team that a lot of people around here might not see a whole lot of, but plays really well as a team, is Marlette. They've also got some good individuals, but you know, they play smart basketball. They do all those little things, boxing out, that you like to see in a team. Those are 3 real good ones. Carsonville Port Sanilac's another sleeper up in the thumb. Real nice group, good chemistry. Those are the ones that come to mind right off the bat. Marysville's always dangerous on a given night because of their size. Those are some of them that I've seen I've been impressed with.
Well, we wish those teams well in the district play. You know, it's funny, some of those teams you mentioned, New Haven, undefeated, ranked number 1 in Class C, they lose a ball game last week. Marlette, undefeated, lose 3 games in a row last week. So anything can happen, and that was proven last year in the districts when Northern, who won, no games or 1 game all year, came away with the trophy last year, beating a highly touted Chippewa Valley team. So again, it's a 1-game knockout, you never know, and that's what everybody's playing for in the next week ahead.
Oh, that's for sure. Especially teams like this who know they have no shot. They've known for weeks now that they're out of the league race. They've been able to refocus and set their goals.
Melberg double clutch there, free throw line extended. And again, Northern has battled back, only trailing by a deuce. And not a good pass by Rogan, as he thought, or pardon me, by Wright. He thought Rogan was going to stay there. Rogan cut to the basket. You know, I see the same type of game being played here tonight, a game of played in spurts. No matter what team goes up with the lead, I think this will come down to the last minute or so who can ever make the shot here tonight.
Well, and whoever can hang on the ball, you know. A lot of turnovers.
Manuel with the ball. I think he's got the height, though it's played by Toby Thomas, though kicked by Wright. But I think Manuel is going to have to try to fake Toby up a little bit, try to get him inside there. At least draw a foul.
Yeah, Port Huron High is playing pretty pesky defense.
Manuel, turnover jumper won't go. Rebound Thomas. Foul Manuel.
Not a good foul there. The typical foul where the guy misses a shot, he's frustrated, reaches in.
Number 50, Fred Mignolo picks up his.
Just can't have that from a senior, especially to second foul now. He's going to get pulled from the game. He's got to know better than that.
Kevin Harrison, who started the ball game, checks in for Manuel. Coach Hand's going to talk to him. Hand saying, Fred, I need you the whole game, buddy. You got to stay out of foul trouble.
Port Huron High is on quite a turnover roll here, but they get one back of their own.
David Wright.
Wright makes the steal and comes up with the layup. And Northern back. Another turnover.
Nice dish pass. Credit the basket to Rogan. Credit the assist to Damon Wright. And a 2-point difference is turned in just like that to 6. Malberg hammered by John Scott. John debates that, but from our vantage point, he
no debate there.
He hit him pretty good.
Jared Bocci and Adam Kramer checking now into the lineup for the Big Reds.
Ryan, every time I come to do a game at Port Huron High School, it reminds me of like going to Tiger Stadium. You know, you got the poles in here. So, I mean, we've got the greatest seat of all, being high above here. But it's almost like they need to take these the supports down if they could and give the audience a better view.
Yeah, it's not perfect viewing, but never heard too many complaints. So they find a way to see the action.
Malberg very deliberate, cans them both. Again, Northern content to stay in that zone. And travel call on Damon Wright. Adler just gets it in under the 5-second call. Shot back in the ball game. Matt Schott takes it up strong, won't go. Harrison overran the rebound, and Harrison on the foul.
Another bad foul there after the Northern miss, reaching in.
Kevin Harrison picks up.
Port Huron High is making up for their lack of size by using quickness even on the boards. They're going 2 and 3 strong, and they're quick jumpers, and Northern hasn't gotten that many offensive rebounds, surprisingly.
Well, Schock did a nice job to the hole, but again, you got to finish the basket no matter how pretty it looks. You got to convert. They didn't. Harrison overran the rebound, and then again picks up a bad foul. Pass underneath the Ratchie, won't go. Ratchie puts it up again, short rebound. Harrison, foul. Damon Wright. That's going to be Damon's third. Again, not another good foul, as again, Harrison had that rebound and also got about 5 inches on Harrison, or pardon me, on Wright. Sanderson's going to come in, Barton's going to come in, Wright's going to come out, Weston's going to come out.
In the bonus situation will be Kevin Harrison.
Yeah, Wright had no chance there to come up with a ball without fouling. It's not been a well-played game all the way around so far.
And with 3:39 to go, I'm going to guess that Damon Wright has seen his last action here in the first half with 3 fouls. Harrison hits the first. Port Huron High over the limit with 19 fouls, so the rest of the way, Northern in the bonus. Second with 2 strong, tip-top shot, won't go. Rebound Ratchie. Nice play by Malberg to knock it away, but Sanderson regains possession. Pass inside Barry, inside to Ratchie. Ratchie converts. Very unselfish play by the Big Reds.
Adam Kramer, 2 points for the assist, Jeff Barry.
Foul,
Every
D'Angelo
time.
Sanderson. Got to beat him to the spot. Didn't move his legs quick enough. Coach Mosier very upset with that call, but it's not going to go his way.
I don't know how you can argue. You can't bump somebody when they've got the ball. It's just
His second team
a little over anxious trying to come up with the steal.
I think what Coach Mosier's upset about, he just pointed to the clock. He says, hey, you've called 10 fouls on us. This is our home court.
Yeah, they've earned every one, too.
You've only, yeah. You've only called 5 on the Huskies, and they're the visitors.
It's maybe a little more tightly officiated than you normally see it, but I don't see any calls they really blown. Maybe one.
No, I agree. A good officiating crew. And again, Brian, I think you said earlier, we don't see too many games with 3 officials. And with 3 officials, you've got that extra guy to look for that little stuff. And they've called a very tight ball game.
Yeah, it's obvious the players aren't used to that.
And neither are the coaches.
No.
Barry shot up, rattles out. Rebound, Ratchie put back up too strong. Tip back out to Ratchie. Ratchie all over. He'll shoot 2. Foul looks like going to be on Barton. Good hustle by Jared Ratchie.
There's Ratchie in there, 6 feet tall, going against the taller Northern players. So far, it just looks like the Big Reds want it more than Northern tonight. They're getting all the loose balls. They're making their share of turnovers, but on the hustle end of it, they're really out hustling Northern.
Well, no doubt about it. And Ratchie's a kid. He's not going to score 20 for you. He's not going to get 20 rebounds a game. But I tell you, he's a valuable ingredient to every team. This kid hustles more than probably any guy I've ever seen. And he'll give Coach Mosier his all game in and game out. Won't say a word back to the coach. Just does his job quietly. Gets a few points, a few rebounds, and does his best to help the team win.
Better work on those free throws a little more. No, you're right. He is a good role player that every team needs.
Most of the year, Jared has been the main man in the middle. Him and Toby Thomas giving up about 5 to 7 inches per player that he's guarding.
John Scott into the lineup for the Big Reds.
See, I said that before I even looked, but Ratchie is only shooting 36% from the line, so I guess he does need to work on that part.
Brian Nadler comes out. Harrison at the free throw line. Harrison 1 for 2. 24-22 our score with 3 minutes to go in the first half. John Scott from way outside, air ball, but rebound Rogan. How does one of the smallest people on the court get inside position? And again, Port Huron High wants to, what a steal by the sophomore Barry. Goes in for the jam, but quietly lays it home. Well, I tell you, I think this kid should have been brought up from day 1 on the JV team.
It really
He's
looks
impressive.
Good. Really looks good. It's been the difference, one of the differences tonight, that's for sure.
Ratchie tipped it away. We've got 2 on 0. Rogan going to go strong, lays it up and in. And just like that, Port Huron High back out to an 8-point lead. Barton goes in strong. Big basket by Barton and a blocking foul on Ratchie. Port Huron High fans thought it should have been an offensive call. Instead, Sean Barton will set to the line to try to cap off a 3-point play.
Nice play when Northern needed it most. Port Huron High had a little run going there, and best way to stop it is a nice aggressive move to the hoop.
Well, Barton provides that senior leadership.
I'd really like to see Northern get a little more aggressive on defense. Seems like they're so used to sitting in that zone when a shot goes up, they aren't looking to box out or anything. Port Huron High is getting a lot more second chances than they are.
Well, that's the thing. Really, Port Huron High has not scored from the outside like they normally do game in and game out. They've had more than half their points off steals. The other halves have been rebounds underneath. I mean, they really haven't had to try a shot from more than 10, 15 feet.
No, that's exactly right.
Foul on Ratchie.
Jared Ratchie picks up his second
And
foul.
we're just going to say that about 8 players on Port Huron Northern have about 2 fouls because
Sean Burton.
seems like every time we call it out, somebody's got 2. And Wright has 3. Well, earlier tonight, Port Huron High JV was victorious with a 60-46 victory. So Port Huron High looking for a sweep here tonight. Martin 1 for 2. Another whistle underneath. Thomas says this can't be on me.
Well, we can't play 5 seconds all of a sudden without a whistle here.
That foul was committed by Kevin Harrison.
Foul's going to be on Harrison.
His second, team 7.
Well, things are being evened out a little bit now. 17 foul on Northern. Big Reds now in the bonus. Number 34, Keith Walker, seeing his first action tonight for the Big Reds. Thomas gets on the board.
He's played a nice game so far, taking up a lot of space underneath, doing a pretty good job on defense.
The best game I saw Toby Thomas play was at Northern. He had, I think, 10, 12 points, had about a dozen rebounds.
2 points, Justin Malberg.
Malberg over Barry. Again, a seesaw battle here all the way tonight from Port Huron High School. Nice pass by Barry inside to Rogan. He can't finish, but Johnny on the spot is Thomas. Thomas getting the garbage points off the miss.
Once again, the Big Reds on the boards.
Spin move by Shock, stripped away, out to Barry. Splits 2 defenders, lays it up and in.
Number 50, Jeff Barry, assists Toby Thomas.
And Barry quickly back on the defensive end. Pass into Harrison, he's going to be hammered underneath, and it's going to be on Thomas.
It's not a bad foul to take. You know, he was going to get 2 points. Might as well make him at the free throw line.
And it's not like Kevin's knocked them all down. He's basically 50% tonight. I don't know what he's shooting for the year, but about 50% here tonight, I think.
Well, he's only 20%, so they didn't even know how good a move that was.
And he's shooting 2.
Watch, he'll hit both of them now. Missed them both.
That worked out to Port Huron High's benefit with a minute to go. Barry won't go. Rebound, Walker all over the glass. Barton with a block. Not a good pass out, but Northern gets it up to Harrison. Lays it up short. And Port Huron High comes away. And gonna be a foul on number 30, Craig Sheldon. Again, Northern just couldn't finish on the offensive end.
Craig Sheldon commits his first personal. That will be 18 fouls on Northern Huskies, and Jeff Barry will shoot a 1-and-1 in the bonus situation.
Northern's starting to look kind of tired now. A couple of his last possessions by PH, they haven't even tried to get back with him. Resulted in layups.
Barry hits the first. Well, I can see why this kid scored 21 the other night. He's not afraid to put it up.
He's a nice player, and he can also dish off. He's got a nice knack of finding the open man.
Makes 1 of 2. Rebound, Sheldon.
Northern can't let it get out of hand here at the end of the half.
Nice pick by Sheldon. Nice pass underneath. Barton should have put it up quicker. Pass underneath to Harrison. Going to be a foul on Port Huron High.
Keith Walker picks up the foul. That's his first. And again, in the double bonus for Northern. Shooting 2 will be Sean Barton.
Barton's only got 3 points so far tonight, now 4. Port Huron High's done a good job on him.
And I believe all the points have come from the charity stripe. Sean hits them both, cuts the deficit to 8. Well, Port Huron High led by 8 at the quarter. They lead by 8 with 35 seconds to go in the half. Number 12, Chris Manulo is now checked in for Coach Hanton.
Big Reds being patient here. They wouldn't mind getting one more shot before the half. Although if something comes up before that, they'll take it.
Rogan takes it. He's not afraid to put it up.
Jeremy Rogan.
Marburg pass goes out of bounds underneath the north end. Northern 2 seconds to go. They're going to have to dish it out and put it up quick. And Barton can't get it in, so he calls timeout with 2.6 seconds to go. What do you think about that call, Brian?
They just look totally confused. They can't even get the ball in bounds. I'd like to be in the locker room, the Northern locker room at halftime. There would be a few choice words said. These guys just have to wake up.
Well, it's been Port Huron High, other than early on when Northern led 4-0 to start the ball game. It kind of took the crowd out. But Port Huron High roared back with some key defensive plays, and they've led throughout. And again, with 2.6 seconds to go, they lead by 10, 39-29. And Brian, you've pointed it out a couple of times. They're the more aggressive team, definitely, been all over the glass, offensive and defensive glass, and they just seem to want it more. They got the pep band with them, a full crowd, and that's playing in their favor. But Northern a little lethargic. I'm sure is going to need a little wake-up call at halftime.
Oh, yeah. And in the other room, George Mosier's got to be really happy if his team just takes care of the ball a little better and settles down a bit at times when they don't have the fast break. They'll be in really good shape. But he's got to really be thrilled.
Let's see what play they set up. Wide open Barno, it's a good play. Hey, good timeout now. I question that call, but after that timeout, Coach Hand sets up the play. Sheldon inbounds to Barton, and just before the buzzer, Barton connects. Sean Barton with 6 points. Well, that ends the half. Our score, 39-31 Port Huron High. We'll be back with third quarter action after these commercial messages.